My God, I hate drugs.
Regular rest periods and holidays, and the same workload and access to training as office employees.
The Labor Department is still working on the laws implementing rules and regulations. Okay, so President Duterte signs the law on working from home. I remember we were featuring, we had an interview here before, right? Like there's a site, a website that can also help people who want to work from home. I think it's more convenient. May mga iba kasi na kailangan magstay at home dahil, you know, to stay with the kids or, you know, don't have time to go out, but they can do their work naman at home just with their laptop or on the phone,
right?
Diba?
And I mean, in the Philippines, where you need to really take into consideration traffic, number coding, you know, if you only have one vehicle, there is a day of the week that, you know, you might have to make alternative transportation arrangements, which could be difficult, and you can do the work at home. My thing is, sometimes you can actually be less productive at home, precisely because you have kids running around, you become very distracted.
So I think it also depends on the job that you do, because some people, because if you have to work with clients at night and it's easier for you to work at home than have to go to the office, and that's so much more convenient. But I guess it's also important to note in terms of the benefits that if I do work at home, I should also get, you know, some of the benefits or the holidays or, you know, overtime. I don't know how that works. But they are going to implement the rules and update us once it becomes a little bit more concrete.
Yeah, and if you put out the same amount of work as you would at the office, then you should get paid the same.
Well, kaya ba tayo mag-work at home?
Well, why as we come into work, we're on the road.
In the future, they're going to send cameras to our house. And then we'll post
But I think there is also, you know, it's also nice to have that contact and nice to see your employees at work, because, you know, it's just more engaging and you can encourage them more. I mean, just have more hands-on.
The interaction is important.
I think so. So I guess it depends on the job too. Well,
Tech news now. Samsung is announcing its next flagship phone next month. The Korean tech giant posted this video invite on social media. It says the company's next Unpacked event will take place February 20th. The video also teases what may be the upcoming phone's new display with slimmer bezels. Samsung is expected to announce the Galaxy S10 at the event. Still from Samsung, the company shows off a new big screen TV at this year's Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. Its size a whopping 219 inches. That's a screen measuring more than 18 feet. The TV, also known as the Wall, uses micro LED, which creates a brighter image using less energy than current televisions. Sony, TCL, and Hisense are also showing TV 75 inches and larger at the show. Everything's large now. Which one?
That one. I don't go to the movies anymore.
I don't know if I have a wall that big in my house, or I'll cover up one of the windows or something.
Netflix.
It feels like a billboard. It's a billboard in my house.
You're watching New Day here on CNN Philippines.
More than 2.3 million people are clamoring to get their additional pension from the Social Security system. But the prospect of this happening anytime soon looks bleak. An official of the state-owned pension fund confirms to CNN Philippines the remaining half of the 2,000 peso pension hike will not be released this year. That's because the agency is, quote, experiencing many difficulties. Speaking to our chief correspondent, Pia Ontiveros, SSS Vice President for Public Affairs, Luis Sebastian, explained what these difficulties are.
Remember that SSS has 6 types of benefits. So other than retirement, there's sickness, maternity, disability, pension, funeral. So there are 6 types of benefits that we always have to allocate funds. We have about 15.3 million actively paying members as of end of December 2017. So we'll have to make sure that at any time that they will need other kinds of benefits, that they will be able to avail of such.
So the difficulties are stemming from the problem with having to support all these benefits, ganun ba?
More than that, it's because of the hurdle rate, what we call the return of every peso contribution to SSS. So right now, each peso contribution to the SSS generates 16 pesos in terms of benefits. So that type of benefit return is something that we always have to take into consideration.
Sebastian says they hope to release the additional 1,000 peso increase by 2020, but she assures the money will definitely be available before President Duterte's term ends in 2022. SSS earlier sought to delay the second tranche after the planned increase in SSS members' contributions was postponed. In May last year, the SSS said it would run out of funds in 7 years or by 2026 if the pension hike was implemented this year. The SSS has 15.3 million actively paying members. In the same interview, Sebastian explained the current state of SSS funds.
Ngayon, ang buhay po ng pondo ng SSS is really until 2032. We can pay all the benefit payments until 2032. So, but the impact of another 1,000, if we give it this year, medyo malaki rin po yun. I don't have the data right now, but definitely it will have an impact.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
but the SSS fund right now is at 500 billion. Total assets of SSS is at 500 billion. So, matatag po ang pondo ng SSS ngayon.
Progressive lawmakers are up in arms over the delayed SSS pension hike. Bayan Muna Party List Representative Carlos Duterte says the move would only make life harder for senior citizens and pensioners given the rising cost of basic goods. Duterte also called on the agency to present its collection efficiency programs. He also said SSS officials should implement internal reforms in the organization.
This will not only doubly but triply hit hard to our pensioners, our senior citizens. Dahil yung natanggap nilang dagdag pensyon in 2017, no? Na-wipe out na yon sa effect ng train. No? Kahit anong pagtatakip ng gobyerno na nilima lang effect ng train, alam naman natin ang napaka-grabing epekto ng train, no? Doon sa pag-spike ng prices ng basic goods and commodities.
A check on our global headlines. Police in the U.S. state of Arizona are trying to figure out who sexually assaulted a woman who's been in a coma for 14 years. That's after the 29-year-old patient got pregnant and gave birth to a baby boy at the long-term care facility. Police are now collecting DNA from male workers in an attempt to nail down a suspect. The company's CEO resigned Monday. The mother and child have been moved to a hospital where they are both recovering. China and North Korea's leaders pledged to enhance bilateral relations between their two countries on Wednesday. China's Xi Jinping also spoke positively of the significance of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's visit at this time. Kim arrived in Beijing on Tuesday for an official visit to the country, his first trip there in 2019. Both wives of the two leaders also attended the meeting. Meantime, South Korea's President Moon Jae-in says a second summit between U.S. President Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un will happen soon. Moon says he expects the path towards peace will speed up even more this year, and the planned summit will be a turning point for the Koreas. Kim discussed plans for his second meeting with the U.S. President during this week's trip to China. And two lost stuffed toys got to experience a vacation most people can't even afford. Sutro, the teddy bear, and its furry companion, Kauai, were accidentally left behind at a 5-star Grand Hyatt Kauai resort in Hawaii during a family vacation. The family called the hotel to see if the toys could be returned to them. The hotel sent them these pictures as a nice gesture. They show both Sutro and Kauai being cared for by the staff. The pictures were also posted on social media. The stuffed animals were then shipped back to their family in San Francisco.
It is Friday, January 11th. It's a new day, everyone. I'm Ria Tanwatco Trillo.
Hello and welcome. I'm Christine Jacobs-Sandeas. Good morning.
Good morning. It's Friday.
It is Friday. So far, it's just both of us.
That's right. The ladies having a chat. And there is a lot to chat about, actually. For one thing, President Duterte, always an interesting soundbite. He has threatened to kill loan sharks. Or yung mga sinasabi nating mga 5-6, right? He was saying that is a system that he absolutely wants to do away with. But on a lighter note, he he's also promising to increase the pay of public school teachers.
I'm sure they're excited about that. Start of the year. Well, wonderful. Good news. Well, another good news. Well, Catriona definitely says that she is a Filipina. There you go. I mean, because there's been a tug of war whether, since she grew up in Australia, I mean, should she be, or be an Australian citizen or compete for Australia?
Yes.
But she has chosen to be a Filipina citizen.
Exactly, and when she joined the pageant, she wanted to be Miss Philippines, not Miss Australia.
Yes.
Of course, we're taking ownership here, right?
For sure, we're not letting her go. So again, stick around until 7:30 for these stories and more. Meantime, here are the morning's headlines.
The Social Security system says it will not release the 1,000 peso increase in pensions this year. A new law institutionalizes working from home as an alternative work arrangement in the private sector. And the closure of Rockwell Bridge will again be suspended. It will be closed to traffic starting January 19.